Scriptures to think about during Black History Month. I'm Dr. Divine. I have a PhD in Old Testament, and all month long I'll be reading scripture through a Black or Black history lens. Let's get into today's text. Esther chapters 2 and 3. Now, I think people are pretty familiar with the story of Esther. We know that she becomes queen, she saves her people. But instead of focusing on Esther, I actually want to focus on Mordecai. We often remember Mordecai as Esther's older cousin who took her in after her parents died. But there's an identifying piece in Esther chapter 2 that I think is very important for setting this story. Esther chapter 2, verse 5 through 7. Now there was a Jew in the citadel of Susa whose name was Mordecai, son of Jair, son of Shimei, son of Kish, a Benjaminite, who had been carried away from Jerusalem among the captives, carried away with King Jeconiah, or Jehoiakim of Judah, whom King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon had carried away. So Mordecai was actually among the people who were taken captive and brought from Jerusalem to Babylon. Babylon over time was taken over by the Persian Empire, and so the setting of this story is actually during the Persian Empire. Now, when the king is looking for a new queen, there are women who are gathered to come and essentially audition to become the new queen. Throughout this process, Mordecai lets Esther know that she should not, under any circumstance, reveal her Jewish identity. Now, scripture at this point doesn't tell us why he's telling her not to reveal her identity, but based off of what we just learned about him in chapter 2, verse 5, based on his identity, we can start to put together the pieces here. Even though some time has passed since they've been brought from Jerusalem to Babylon, even though there's a new ruler in town with the Persian Empire, there is still enough of a difference between Mordecai's position in society and the ruling class. And so he instructs Esther to not reveal her identity, perhaps because revealing her identity could put her in harm's way because they are socially, economically, power-wise different from the ruling class, or at the very least, it could harm her chances of becoming queen. I bring this up because most of us are familiar with the concept of passing in American society, where someone who is of a lighter hue might be able to pass for being white and then might be able to get the social and economic benefits of passing as a white person. But while passing enables someone to gain the privileges, it also could be a dangerous game to play. So if someone were to find out that this person were passing, it could end up in their demise, or at the very least, it could result in them not having the privileges that they once were able to attain within society. So if we're reading the story of Esther through a Black or Black history lens, it is difficult to not see the parallels between a person who is passing within American history and the story of Esther.